everyone, hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Amber, and as you can tell by the title, we are going to be seeing what your past life was like. I did this one in the past, but I felt like I wanted to do it again just because my psychic abilities have gotten a lot better since I've really started my channel. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. What you're going to do is you're going to choose one of the four groups, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, of course. You can also use a random number generator to choose if that's something that is beneficial for you. I do it a lot and it turns out to be really accurate for me, so definitely recommend that. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it, and I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah. Group number 1. Hi, welcome to your reading. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be seeing what your past life was like. Keep in mind that all of these readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only, and none of these are facts, just opinions, okay? So take whatever resonates and leave the rest. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So, worry, okay. The 9 of Wands reversed. The Lovers. The Magician reversed. You guys were in a relationship with someone in your past life that did not give you what you needed out of the relationship. This person constantly made you feel anxious. This person constantly made you feel like you couldn't do what you needed to do in your life. Saturn. Positivity, faith, and optimism, grief work, and parasite. Yeah, you guys were in a relationship with someone who was an energetic vampire in your past life, and it could be that you repeat those lessons in this lifetime by getting a new partner. But what I'm seeing is that your past life is very much about being independent, okay? Like, this is about not being with a partner. In your past life, you were with a partner and you settled in your past life and you were not happy in your situation. And that's why you're so obsessed with being hyper independent now in this life. That's what I'm hearing. Hyper independent, hyper independent. You want to be someone who doesn't rely on anyone. And in your past life, you were someone who relied on a partner, okay? For wisdom, for knowledge, for guidance. And this person consistently screwed you over with the parasite card and the grief work card and the 9 of Wands reversed and the worry card. And the Magician being reversed too tells me that you guys had poor communication. Okay, you guys didn't talk about your issues. Like, if there was any issues, you guys didn't talk about it. You just argued in your past life. Excuse me, it's the truth. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for your past life. That was pretty straightforward. I'm trying to see what else. I'm trying to see. You were also probably someone, I gotcha. You were also probably someone who held a lot of wisdom and knowledge. You were probably an elder in your past life. You could be an elder. Someone who gave spiritual guidance with the Magician reverse and the Lovers upright. You could be someone who gave spiritual guidance, but it didn't turn out right. With the Magician being reversed there. And that's why you're so cautious in this life, because you know that in your past life, you were someone who is very, I would say in your past life, you were someone who was very, very, like, ruthless. You didn't want to be controlled, but you found discipline and structure through a relationship, and that's why you're so obsessed with being independent now. So if you're wondering why you're so hyper independent, it's because of your past life. Also, you know, your trauma in this life too, but your past life is what this reading's about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry that was a little short, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you later. Bye. Group number 2. Hi, welcome to your reading. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be seeing what your past life was like. Keep in mind that all of these readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only. None of these are facts, just opinions, and we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So you have forgiveness, 8 of Pentacles reversed, the Empress reversed, the Ace of Swords. You're someone who had to do a lot of taking care of other people in your past life. You're someone who took care of an elder, Neptune. You're someone who, Neptune, sentimental feelings, blackout distractions. Yeah, you kept peaceful among thorns. You're someone who, in your past life, you were someone who took a lot and took a lot of damage when it comes to, like, your relationships with the Empress being reversed and forgiveness. A lot of people in your past life like to take advantage of you and your knowledge, because I'm hearing you're very knowledgeable, or you were in your past life. Your past life, you kind of went off your goals. Like, you kind of just, like, drifted away from your goals, and that's why you're so focused on making sure you're getting to where you need to be in this lifetime, because in the past life you were worried about building connections. You were worried about, you know, connecting with people in a larger group, and like really just like building that community with the Neptune card and the peaceful among thorns. I also see there was a lot of people in your life that probably didn't want to see you succeed with peaceful among thorns and blackout distractions, okay? There could be someone that was in your life in your past life that specifically tried to keep you from achieving some sort of goal because they were codependent. And that's what you're having to deal with in this lifetime is codependency. And that's why you're dealing with what you're dealing with. That's just what I'm getting. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting. I'm trying to see what else. You were someone who was very, very sentimental, overly giving. You gave everything to the people you cared about, and you got nothing in return. And that's why you're trying to maintain positivity and faith and optimism, like whenever you're dealing with what you're dealing with. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I don't really see anything else. I think that was pretty straightforward. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. But I hope you guys have a good day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you later. Bye. Group number 3, hi, welcome to your reading. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be seeing what your past life is like. Keep in mind that all of these readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only, and none of these are facts, just opinions. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we have Change, the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Judgment card, the Tower. Oh, you guys struggled with money. In your past life, you guys struggled with money. Your money income was never stable. Ascendant, okay. Keep the faith. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. And forgetting oneself. You guys got, okay, your past life, you guys got lost in your life purpose, okay? You guys were so obsessed with making money. You guys were so obsessed with reaching some sort of goal that you lost yourself in the process, okay? Ascendant, you lost yourself in the process. I'm also hearing you guys could have been like a mage, or I'm hearing mage. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a mage is, but mage. I'm also hearing you guys could have been some sort of spiritual advisor with the Judgment card and the Ascendant card and the Change card. I'm also seeing you guys may have lost yourself in some sort of goal that you were trying to get to in terms of something that was unhealthy, like an addiction. Like I'm hearing addiction. You guys might have addiction issues, and that's just extra confirmation, especially if you have it in this lifetime. But in your past life, you had addiction issues. I'm hearing addiction with the Forgetting Oneself card. I'm trying to see what else. You guys were also someone who was an outcast to society, the Tower and the Ascendant card and the Judgment card, okay, and the Change card. You guys were outcasted of your society, and that's why you're so obsessed with like building a community or finding people that you truly connect with, because in your past life, people took what you said at face value and they didn't look deeper inside to what you're actually trying to communicate. And that's why you feel so frustrated all the time, is because you feel like no one understands you, because in your past life, people kept dismissing you. They kept telling you that you're crazy. They kept telling you that you didn't know what you were talking about. And then eventually when you prove them wrong and you prove them that you did know what you were talking about, there came all this ridicule. And I'm hearing the Salem witch trials. Like you guys could have been a witch in your past life. I'm hearing witch or warlock or wizard in your past life. And that's you. And for some weird reason, your society that you were in did not accept the power that you held. I'm hearing you were a very powerful person in your past life. And that's why you're so obsessed with your goals and stuff this life, because you want to complete everything that you didn't get to complete in your past life because of being ridiculed and stuff like that. But that's basically what I'm seeing. I'm not really seeing anything else. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a lovely day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you later. Bye. Group number 4. Hi, welcome to your reading. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be seeing what your past life is like and who you were in a past life. Keep in mind that all of these readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only. None of these are facts, just opinions, okay? So take what I say and leave the rest if it doesn't apply to you. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we have empathy. We have the 9 of Swords. You guys are empaths. Here we go. Yep, the Star card. You guys are empaths. The Strength. First house, you guys sever vows of poverty, take the next step now, and Black Fire Fragrance. You guys were famous in your past life. Star card, Strength card, Black Fire Fragrance, first house. You guys were famous in your past life. Okay? You guys were very well known, very respected in your career. You were someone who taught people how to make money with the Sever Vows of Poverty card. You taught people how to get into money making mindset. You guys were someone who was a manifester in your past life. You guys were a witch or a a wizard or whatever you practice. You're a practitioner in your past life. A practitioner, there we go. Practitioner in your past life, and you actually manifested a lot of money for yourself and a lot of goals and a lot of you gained everything that you wanted to in your past life. But with the Nine of Swords and the empathy card, it makes me, in Severed Vows of Poverty, it makes me feel like you got sick and tired of people leeching off of your energy, so you closed yourself off. You were very successful in your past life, but you closed yourself off. You shut everybody out. You shut everybody out that was trying to keep you from achieving some sort of goal. But my problem is once you achieve that sort of goal, you burned all your bridges and on the way up to the top. So now you have all this anxiety in your current life of being like, oh, I'm never gonna make it, or I'm never gonna get to where I need to be, because I secretly feel like if I get to where I need to be, people won't accept me. But just keep in mind that everybody's path is different. I'm sorry about the lighting. Everyone's path is different, and that's completely valid. I'm trying to see what else. Who were you in a past life? Who were you in a past life? I'm hearing you were single. First house, Severed Vows of Poverty. I'm hearing you were single, and the Nine of Swords. You were single and you didn't have much relationships because you were focused on your goals and you were focused on spreading truth and knowledge. But in this lifetime, you might actually meet a partner that will help you help you complete your life purpose, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you're going to get a partner soon. Let's see, what else? Who were you in a past life? I'm hearing for some of you guys, the reason why you can't ground yourself is because you weren't a human in your past life. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing you were not a human in your past life. You were a spirit guide, or you were a spiritual being, but you were, I'm hearing some weird, like, you were something in your past life that people would be like, what the fuck? Like, how? You were some sort of magical creature in your past life. I don't know if that's like, if you believe in like mythology or anything like that, but like I definitely believe in mythology, and I'm seeing you guys may have not been a human in your past life. You could have been a spirit guide or something like that. I never say anything like that because I don't want to be all woo-woo spiritual, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm hearing you guys were a spirit guide, or you guys were an angel, or something that wasn't human. And that's why you have such trouble grounding yourself in reality, because you're not used to this. You're new to this. You're a new soul when it comes to being on Earth. So very old soul in general, but new when it comes to being on Earth. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's all I'm getting. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you later. Bye.